Good afternoon. Welcome to Crimson Lotus Tea. Gonna brew up a little tea this afternoon, and we're gonna have some fun. It's been a little while since we had a tea tasting, so I'm excited to do another one here. I'm on YouTube right now as well. Guys, let me know if there's any music is too loud, or if the microphone's too loud, or not loud enough, or anything like that. Just let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna just jump right in it. If you guys are just joining, let me know what you're drinking. It's always good to figure out what other people are doing. And if you don't have anything that you're brewing up right now, grab some Crimson Lotus tea that you've got sitting around and join us. Life of Joey, what's going on? Yeah. So got a little blend here. Been promoting it for a couple days now. It's on the site right now. Pre-order. Sunlicker. There we go. That's what we got for the Mao Cha. I don't have any pressed cakes of it. It's actually being pressed as we speak right now. So I put together a little custom blend just from what we had here of the original sources. So we're gonna play around with that this afternoon. Don Chaco's on a break in 20. Hope you don't miss much by then. Yeah, no, it'll be good. We'll be drinking for a little while. Life of Joey's about to brew up some white label show. Nice. Let me get my water back up to temp. So, yeah, no, I'm excited. Haven't had a chance to do a little live tasting in a little while, and it's Pi Day, which is fun. I love Pi Day. I don't know. I'm a bit of a math nerd. I'm not good at math, but I'm a nerd about it. Big Island Chef has a 2019 Autumn Lean Song. That sounds good. Lean Song's got some good stuff. Happy on YouTube. Good afternoon. How's the audio on YouTube? Is it doing all right? Is it balanced well? I had to make some mic tweaks, and anytime I do that, it always messes everything up. So I just want to make sure it's still good. Yeah. So Pi Day. Everything on the site is 12.566 blah 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 % off. Shopify just rounds it up to 12.57. But hey, you don't even need a discount code or anything. You just go there and put that in, and that works for Sunlicker as well, which we're drinking right now, which is great. So you can get a pre-release tea at a discount, which we've never really done before, which is awesome. So if you want to snag a cake of Sunlicker right now, it will ship as soon as it's finished pressing and drying, which is right now. It's literally being pressed right now. So super excited about the art for Sunlicker. Super excited about the blend. Everything about it. Sunlicker's a ton of fun, and I know you guys are gonna like it. We're just gonna give it a try here. It's been a minute since I've had it, so I had to put together the. Like I said, most of the material is in Yunnan. That's how we do it. So we ship over what we need here, and then we sample it and blend it, at least until we can get back to China, which I'm not sure when we will. Randy, it's good. Sounds pretty good for now. Happy. Hey, Joshua Carrasco, what's going on? Good to see you too, sir. All right, thanks for the feedback, guys. Glad the audio is good. Sometimes it's kind of hard. I can't actually listen to it, at least with my current setup. So, all right. Well, let's hope I got the blend right. When I blend, I always use this Gaiwan because it's 150 ml, and at a 1:15 ratio, I know that I need exactly 10 grams of leaf. So it makes it super easy to blend because all the percentages are exactly the same as the grams, just a decimal point removed. So if one leaf material is 10%, then it's just 1 gram. So it makes it super easy. Excuse me. Got a couple little spring allergies. Excuse me. I may sneeze once or twice. I apologize about that ahead of time. It looks like I'm a little out of frame on the YouTube camera, but it's all good. This is what we need to focus on. What kettle do I use? I never remember the name of it. It's the fellow stag. Is that what this one is? Who knows what this one is? Yeah, it's made by Fellow. I think it's their stag. Somebody else knows exactly what it is. I forget exactly what model it is. I flipped the handle because I prefer something that has like a little bit more of an angle like this. Eventually, I'm going to make like a piece of wood that actually matches that, but just down like a little bit lower. It's just a little bit more ergonomic to hold like this as opposed to hold like this. When I'm holding like this, I get a lot of it makes my shoulder have to work extra hard, and if I've been steeping tea for years and years and years, I've started to develop some little shoulder rotational stuff. And so if I can hold the kettle like this, I can actually pour it with much less shoulder motion. So, but the Stag EKG, there you go. I knew somebody else would nail it. I was actually given this as a gift. A friend of mine sent it to me. I was happy with some other stuff. I think traditionally I was just using the simple Bonavita one, because this one actually let me kind of get like a grip down here. And this one's actually totally fine for me. I love the aesthetics of the Stag, which is it's just gorgeous. It looks beautiful. That satin black is just fantastic. But I don't need any of the fancy hold hot features and stuff. I just turn something on and push it to boil, and so. Ooh, that is more floral than I remembered. It has that apple crispness. Let you guys take a look at these leaves up here. It's always important. Smell the leaves, especially even when they're dry. Before you add water to it, heat up your gaiwan, toss the leaves in. Just that little bit of humidity in there really brings out can really bring out some nice notes that may get overpowered later on. No, it's a fun tea. It took us a while to get the blend worked out last year. We didn't finish it up until later on in the season, and then I started working on the design. I couldn't find a designer that could really do what I wanted for this design, so I just busted it out myself, and just took a little while to kind of get the details and the particulars right. So, but I'm pretty happy with it. It's got an 80s trapper keeper feel to it, which is it's kind of fun. All right. So yeah, if you are just joining, let us know what you're drinking. It's always fun to have tea together with people. There we go. So even though this is a blend of a couple years of material, it mostly has 2020 material in it, but there's some 2020 as well. It's our first new tea to press this year, so that's always kind of exciting. Yeah, they're picking tea. They're picking tea in Yunnan right now. They had an early rain. There's that candy cane, not candy cane, cotton candy. Super sweet, still floral. That floral note's really nice. I like that floral pop. All right, let's see what the wet leaf smells like. A little bit more vegetal, but it has this bright note like vitamin C. Kind of has like that almost like a kid's cereal super sweetness, similar to like cane sugar or something like that. Just kind of has like that slightly like citrusy, sugary, sweet pop to it. Shung Belly, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, no, good stuff. A lot of fun notes in there. It's very perfumey, fruity and floral. Anyways, yeah. So Sunlicker, the name just kind of popped in our head the one time we were in Yunnan. Nearly all the places we go to are really high altitude, and I prefer the high altitude teas to the low valley teas. The high altitude stuff is just it's just much better. The valley stuff is generally like the bush tea. Tidy is what it's called, and tidy cha is generally just kind of the mass produced pu'er stuff. And it's not necessarily bad, but it's just it's a lot harder to find good tidy cha. So the higher up the mountain you go, the less risk there is of chemical runoff. If you're buying from the tea garden that's at the top of the mountain, there's nobody that's further up who's planted banana or rubber, and all their chemicals are washing down the mountain into there. And so, but you can't really make that claim as easily for like some of the lower valley teas. So we're always focused on the higher mountain stuff. That's generally where the better teas are. But yeah, a lot of the places that we go to, I mean, it's nearly all the mountains are above a mile in altitude. So I mean, that's 6,000 feet plus, 6,000 to maybe I think Baingshan's maybe like the highest altitude one that we picked from, and that's like 7,500 feet, something like that, 7,500 feet. That's significant. And yeah, there's some higher gardens in the world. Some places in Nepal, stuff like that, get some pretty high altitude stuff. But no, Yunnan's awesome. Nearly all of it is really high altitude. You're literally closer to the sun, and that makes a huge difference in the way the plants grow and just the nutrition they get. I spent some time with oh man, that's just bright. That just pops. Nice. I spent some time with Lamu in Tibet, up in Lhasa, like in 2008 or so. We went and visited and traveled around, and there's nothing up there that's under. Bethany loves company. Hi, happy Pi Day, happy Pi Day 82. What are you guys drinking? Yeah, there's nothing in Tibet that's like under 15,000 feet. I mean, Tibet's just all like super high altitude, and so the sun just felt different. You're walking around. You're literally like 3 miles closer to the sun, if you think about it like that. And like I tanned different at altitude. Like there's much less atmosphere between you and that. And so the sun is just plays such a critical role in pu'er production, especially because the sun is part of the drying process. Nearly all the other teas are dried in a drying machine or in a drying room or something like that. But pu'er tea needs to be, by the definition of pu'er tea, it has to be dried direct by the sun. And so it's very, I don't know, just the idea of licking the flavor of the sun or wondering what the sun tasted like it's just an interesting thing. So Sunlicker, liquor could be pronounced like liquor, like alcohol or something, like alcohol of the sun, licking the sun's alcohol. So just kind of like flooded together in a heavy tea session. And then this is it. This is our blend. This is what we put together for Sunlicker, high altitude stuff. You can start to recognize this sun flavor if you let the leaf get into the sun too long. Like if you actually sun dried it for multiple days, it's really interesting. Bethany's drinking Hype Sunlicker. Yep, exactly. It's great. Liquor and liquor. Same pronunciation, same sound. Life of Joey says, yo, what are your opinions on tea culture in the U.S. compared to coffee or wine? It's different, but it's really similar. Similar to wine, it has this group aspect to it, which is really nice. It's nice to come down and get together with people. Coffee doesn't really have that. Coffee is still very, very insulated. You go to a coffee shop and you get a coffee and you sit there and you drink it by yourself. I know there's some places that have, some places around the world that have group coffee cultures, but the U.S. really doesn't, and that's kind of disappointing. So I really appreciate tea is very much a shareable thing. Especially with tea brewed like this, you could have some people over, you could have a session, you could sit there and drink this tea for an hour or 2 hours, switch to another tea. And that's similar to the way people do wine. People like share a bottle of wine among friends, bottle or 2 bottles, something like that. So that's kind of nice. But from the Epicurean, is that the right word? From the higher end side of things, tea's right up there for sure. Lucy, what's going on? Seattle local, how are you doing? You got to come over for tea again one of these days. I think we finally decided we're going to go ahead and let people come back for tea again. Things seem to have calmed down enough. It's just a little weird. We haven't really had people over for tea in our house in forever. But yeah, if you wanted to come down, be happy to see you. We're brewing Sunlicker, so that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing today. I know there's probably some way on Instagram with the filters to have it right like Sunlicker on the top or something like that, but I don't know how to do it. Yeah, no, Sunlicker. It's being pressed right now. It's on the site for pre-order. It'll probably be ready to ship by the end of the month, but we put it on the site so people could take advantage of the Pi Day pricing. There's not even a discount code. Just go to the site. Just buy whatever you want. And yeah, you can get a copy of it and a copy of Sunlicker, cake of Sunlicker, or a tone if you're daring. And it's a good discount. It'll come at the end of the month as soon as it's ready. Yeah, Lucy, they're no longer like tea babies. They're tea chillins. They're tea kids. They're bigger than they were last time. Much bigger. Much bigger. Ooh, this tea's potent. It's coming through. Yeah, definitely more in the fruity floral sphere than a lot of our other stuff. Probably similar to, it's not like Altered State, but probably more similar to a little bit like the Believe, no, Sprawl, the Sprawl from last year. Nice. No, this will be fun. It's always fun to get new cakes and get them pressed. And another tea that we've got coming up is the yeah, Lucy, yeah, because it's been 2 years. Gary was a literal baby. Now he's running around. He's got attitude. He's got things to say. We were driving in the car today, and just out of nowhere, he's just like, "When I eat grapes, it hurts my stomach." And I'm like, "Oh, that's great to know. Thank you for letting us know, Gary. We'll have to remember that." But no, it's great. And Gemma is really good at she's really good at playing piano now. So maybe she'll play some piano for you. What were we talking about? Yeah, so I do have another tea coming up. We finished the artwork and we finished the blend finally for 519 Shanghai. The worst day in tea history 2 years ago. Does this have the Altered State tea drunk properties? Not as heavy as Altered State does. It definitely has some. It definitely has its energy, and it'll do what it does and work its magic. But no, it's not as energy intense as not as energy intense as Altered State, which can be a good thing. Altered State is certainly energy intense. Give me a sec over here. Just gotta move some stuff around. There we go. Now I can see stuff. Okay. Yeah. What happened on the worst day in tea history 2 years ago? Life of Joey 917. That's an excellent question. We lost, and other companies as well, lost hundreds of orders on in 2020 on May 19th. Basically 2 months of orders, hundreds of orders, just started getting queued in Shanghai. And the last update any of them ever saw was 519, left Shanghai. That's it. The packages never arrived. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of orders, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of tea, including tea that we were sending ourselves. Every tea company that I reached out to also had tons of packages, all stuck with that 519. Nobody knows what happened to them to this day. No one has any idea. China Post was just like, "Hey, this is the airplane. It went out on this flight." They gave us a flight number. That flight number wasn't a flight number. It was a plane tag ID, and it's not a plane that can actually even do international flights. So I don't know how it was supposed to go from Shanghai to San Francisco. And so many people lost tea. And lots of people were upset, and they were messaging us like, "Hey, where's my tea?" I'm like, "Hey, it'll get there. It'll we finally get there," months and months later. And so we had to do just tons and tons of refunds or shipping out new teas and just trying to make people happy. It was one of the and this was right when the pandemic was hitting everything, and so it was just a really tough way to start off all the COVID stuff, summer 2020. And so it has been a day that has lived in infamy in our collective souls ever since then. So we made a tea to commemorate it. And I worked really hard on the blend because I wanted it to be a good tea, but I also wanted it to be I don't mean to, this isn't a bad way, but I wanted it to leave a bitter taste in your mouth. And so I specifically worked with to find specific materials that had a really lingering bitterness, just kind of the way 519 just kind of still just makes me bitter thinking about it. And so finally found some. it's like even everything about putting together the 519 blend just was fraught with everything bad that could go. Like we found this like really amazing material. Like I was looking for like that last material that I just needed. I needed something that just had like that punch, that extra punch. I mean, like the blend was pretty close, and then I was just like, it just needs that one more thing. Finally sampled this one tea, and I looked at Llama, and I'm like, this is it. This is it. Like we need to. This is the tea. We need to get it now. We need to get as much as they had. And so sure, yeah, made the calls, got a hold of the farmer, and the farmer's like, yeah, not a problem. I got such and such kilos of it. This is the price. Like go ahead and send like money. And then we literally never heard from him again. And like 2 months later, like we're just like, I don't know. I mean, we hadn't even sent him money yet. And then he messages like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Like I was driving home and like I got into a car accident, and I've been like on these in these like mountain roads. He's like, I've been in the hospital for like 2 months. We're like, what? Like, okay, geez, man. Like, all right, like, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, like, you still got the tea? And he's like, yeah, I got it. I'll go ahead. I'll send it. I'll send it to Munghai. And then we're like, okay. And then like we never heard from him again. I'm like, well, where? Because we hadn't given him any addresses and like where to ship it. Like, where did he send it? Like, who in Munghai has this tea? Like, and now he's not responding to messages anymore. You're just like, I mean, I don't know. Where are we gonna get the tea? Like, hilarious. But yeah. And then it ended up like he wanted to like charge like 4 times the price, and we're like, well, I can't I can't spend that much money on it, and so we kind of had to start all over, and we waited until 2021, found something as close as we could to that was even better. But that was just like even everything about putting together that tea has been like painful. So it's done. It's blended. It's actually being pressed right now. I got the artwork done. I'm not going to show it off yet. I kind of had some fun with it, and we're going to release it on 519 for Shanghai. And the deal is that if you lost an order on 519, you get a cake of it for free. So if you were lucky enough to lose all of your tea on 519, so for like a week, we'll have it on the site. If you order something on the site, send me your. If you order something on the site in that week, you can send me your order number, and I'll see if it's one of the ones that we lost. And if it is, then I'll add in a cake of 519 Shanghai for free. But everybody else, they got to pay if you want to taste the awesome 519. Local C-Mart would be super cool if you did a comprehensive guide on storage of tea. Tons of info out there. You and I are in the same climate, so it would be super helpful. Yeah, I could actually. I probably should do something like that. A lot of it really depends on really what you're hoping for, what you're hoping to do with it. We store tea differently here than we store tea in Kunming. You got to think about, whether you really want to like manage like temperature and humidity for 20 or 30 years. Like, are you trying to like age tea in a specific way, or are you just trying to let the tea deal, or let the tea like not kill the tea until you go to drink it? There's a lot of different thoughts on how to actually do that. So it really depends on what you're going for. I think most people really just want to like store the tea, make the tea happy until they're ready to drink it. But then the next level up are the people who want to like age it to get a specific profile. That's much more complicated and risky. Bethany Loves Company. How would you compare Altered State to Jade Rabbit? Altered State is still really, really fresh and young. Jade Rabbit had a significant amount of old material, even like 15-plus-year-old material blended into it, which really just gave it a depth and maturity that I don't think Altered State has yet. Once Altered State has, another 10, 15 years under its belt of aging, Altered State's going to be insane. But right now, like if you want something that's got like that Jade Rabbit, I got like a little bit of an aged vibe to it with like a little youngish essence. Go with Jade Rabbit. Yeah, and Jade Rabbit also has much less energy than Altered State does. Altered State is, bam, like you don't, it don't mess around, right, Lucy? Lucy knows. Lucy drinks plenty of both. What are your thoughts on Altered State versus Jade Rabbit, Lucy? Local Z-Mart, not kill the tea, have a decent stockpile, not necessarily storing for 30 years. The simplest way to store a decent amount of tea, separate out your shung and show, get an odor neutral sealable container of some sort, like food grade, like Rubbermaid style, like a square container, something you can toss up on the shelf. You could actually like black it out so it doesn't get like any light. But if it's not getting direct sunlight, it should be fine. Just store the cakes in there. Put in a hygrometer so you can test what the temperature and the humidity is, and then add some Bovita humidifier humidity packets to get it about what you want. I like to think that like somewhere in the mid 60s temperature and humidity is a pretty good middle ground. Like 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 65% relative humidity. Somewhere in that area is pretty good. Pretty good way to like let your tea develop without running the risk of mold, and but not letting it get too dry to kill it. Lucy's Jade Rabbit is one of Lucy's favorite shungs. Cake is an amazing. Oh, your cake's in an amazing spot. Nice, sweet and creamy. Still haven't found the end of Jade Rabbit. No, that tea will brew forever. It just goes and goes and goes and goes. We actually have a new show pour coming up. Speaking of teas that go and go and go, we have a show pour that doesn't go and go and go. But like the 6 steeps that it gives you are like super awesome, and it's all the buds. You've seen me post a couple pictures of it online. It's a pure imperial grade, like the finest, tiniest buds that you can get. Absolutely delicious little tea, and it will just be thick and juicy for like 6 steeps straight, and then it just turns into like sweet water. So, which is basically what imperial grade buds do. So, working on the design for that right now. That's gonna be a fun one. That's gonna be a really fun one. I really hope you guys like it. I think some of the nerds in our customer base will appreciate what I'm doing with that. Joanne Didone rules. I think I got that right. Hey, Glenn, curious if you could expand it on the differences between 2019 and 2021 batches of Altered State. It's exact same tea, exact same blend. Like we took the exact identical ratios. Those teas are about as close as you can get. The differences are mainly going to just be introduced by weather differences from year to year. The teas are going to be very similar at this point in time. Altered State 2019 has actually mellowed down a little bit. It's not as manic as it was at the beginning, but it still has like tons of energy. It just sneaks up on you a little bit more. Not as bitter. It's a little bit more delicate to drink it. But other than that, it's like 100% the exact same blend. We didn't mess with it at all. Like same ratios, same gardens, same farmers, same processing, like everything. That's a good question. Oh, this tea's nice. It's got that sun flavor to it. That sun flavor is kind of hard to describe. I'm not really sure how to describe it. It's like, because I was talking to some of the farmers about it as they were producing it, and they kept talking about sun flavor, and I was just like, well, what's sun flavor? And then they're like, well, pu'er tea, all pu'er tea has sun flavor, but the only way you can really understand sun flavor is to taste it when it's been like sun dried for like 2 or 3 days. And so we were there for quite a while at this guy's farm, and so he's just like, tell you what, he's like, I'll take a batch, we'll go ahead and we'll sun dry it for 2 or 3 days, because generally it's 2 days. 2 days. I mean, one full day of sun drying. So he sun dried it for maybe it was just 2 full days that he sun dried it. And yeah, I mean, like the difference side by side. I mean, like the processing, everything was the exact same. Like took the batch, sun dried it for 1 day. The exact same stuff, just let it sun dry for another day. Like the teas were like wildly different. It's intense. It's not necessarily better to have longer sun drying. I think 1 day is like a really good thing. But it's just an interesting note that it's really hard to describe if you don't actually taste it. But this has some nice. It's got some good sun notes in it. That sun flavor. There's an interesting thing. It's that it reminds me of. It really reminds me of when you line dry clothes in the sun. They just smell like the sun. They just smell crisp and clean. Like I'm not, especially like if you've like washed them without like perfumey soaps and then hang them up on the line. They just have an aroma. Like they have like a sun essence to them. They've been sun kissed, and you can taste that in some pu'er. Lucy says, legit, have never had an experience like that last brew session with you where you did Altered State and Stormbreaker back to back. Oh, yeah, was that at the tea festival? I think so. I think that was at the tea festival. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys don't know, so Altered State is like probably like our most energy intensive shung, and Stormbreaker is easily our most energy intensive show pour. And I figured, you know what? It's the end of the tea festival. It's like the last session, the last hour, and we just powered through like a really heavy session, like back to back Altered State and Stormbreaker, and I just wanted to blow people's minds, and that was that was nuts. I've had a handful of experiences like that with at tea tastings in China and stuff, and so it's fun to be able to pass that on. I think probably the last time, yeah, lifted. I guess lifted would be a way to describe it. Probably the last time I really did that, and this is on YouTube. You guys can go back and check through the like what is it? The Between Two Teapots with Oolong Owl and oh shoot, I'm spacing. Where we sat down and basically just did that Altered State and Stormbreaker back to back, and we just got loopy. We got absolutely loopy. That's hilarious. That's a hilarious. It's like 2 hours, but if you want to sit there and walk 2 hours. Speaking of Tea Festival, will you be vending at 2022 Northwest Tea Festival in September? I don't see why not. At this point in time, I really don't see why not. So I don't think that we've actually officially signed up. Well, I tell you what, we've actually officially enrolled in whatever the next tea festival is. So they've already got our money and our payments and everything. And so whenever like it's actually 100% official, like we technically have a booth there, whether we go there or not. And at this point in time, I don't see why we wouldn't. Last year I thought about it, but I was just really hesitant. I just didn't understand how it was possible to do a realistic tea tasting inside of a physical space with any sort of health restrictions in place. Last summer we started doing tea tastings outside in the sun in a park. I felt very comfortable doing that, but I think at this point in time, following the science or whatever, it just doesn't feel, as long as nothing changes at this point in time, I don't see why we wouldn't be at the Northwest Tea Festival, which is kind of exciting. It is we've been kind of slowly putting our toes back in the water of doing things out and about and stuff. So yeah, I think come September, I think we'll be more than ready. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Is anybody else planning on coming to the Northwest Tea Festival if they have it? It's just a little awkward trying to do any tea tasting type things where you have to also have masks. The whole experience is just significantly diminished, and it also doesn't even really make sense when you're sitting there wearing a mask. You open it, it's just like either you've got the mask on the whole time and you're safe, or you don't, and if you have to sit there and like take it on and off for sips of tea, or not have it on while you're doing the whole session, just why have it at all? Anyways, Lucy's gonna be there with her silver cup. Awesome. No, it'll be good. It's been quite a while since I've really seen most people in the Northwest, especially people that we're used to having tea with all the time. Yeah, like I said, Lucy, if you're up this way, let us know. Pop in. We probably I had some family over for my birthday about 2 weeks ago. I had some family over for like cake and pie and dinner and stuff like that. And I think it was like the first time we had to like clean the house, like really clean the house. I was just like, when's the last time we had like a lot of people over here? I'm like, you know what, this is it was just really unusual. Like things that you get used to. I mean, not that the house was like messy, but just like things that you get used to knowing that nobody's going to be in your house for months. It's just Don Chaka, what's going on? I think the only major thing you missed was talking about the 519 Shanghai tea. Were you lucky enough to lose an order on 519 in the 519 debacles? If you were, I have a free cake of our new 519 Shanghai blend for you, but you got to wait until 519. That's when we're gonna drop it. Makes sense. 2-year anniversary of that horrible day. Big Island Chef checking on travel today from Hawaii. Hope to be there. That would be fun. That would be really awesome. Yeah, Seattle to Hawaii. I mean, it's just what's 6 hours? 6 hours? Is it 6 hours? I think something like that. Don Chaco, you were not special enough. You were not special enough to lose an order on 519. I'm sorry, you have to pay full price. Only the people who were lucky enough to lose all of their tea on 519 get a free cake of 519 Shanghai. Yeah, I can't wait to show off the design and stuff for that as well, because I had a lot of fun. Putting that together. Tried to kind of create like a little bit of a mystery on the wrapper with some like maps and I don't know, different things. I don't know, whatever. We'll see. We'll know on 519, which is that's 2 months. 2 months from now. So you guys are getting the pre-tease going on. Oh, you know what? I should have popped into the Discord. Let people know in Discord that we were having tea here. Maybe I can still do that. Where's my Discord tab? I gotta have a Discord tab here somewhere. Yeah. So Don, you're on your break. What are you gonna drink some? You gonna drink some tea with us? Lucy, what are you drinking? What are you drinking this afternoon? All right, where are we at? Oh. Let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and if you're just tuning in, we've got a Pi Day sale going on. Get some Pi Day discounts. What is that? That's 12.56637% off, rounded up to 12.9. Forgotten Nebula in the Going Fu to Go. Nice. Speaking of Going Fu to Go, I was out in the mountains this weekend. Headed out early Saturday morning with my brother and his little what I thought was an off-road vehicle. We went up into the Cascades and promptly got like stuck deep into the snow, miles from Highway 2. It was not a good experience. I'm still incredibly sore from all the work it took trying to dig his incapable off-road vehicle out of the snow. It was just bad. It just I don't know. He didn't bring any chains or anything like that. I was just like, I don't know what he was thinking. I thought he had chains for it. He didn't have chains for it. So his little Subaru Outback stuck up there, and thankfully I was smart enough to bring shovels and a come along, and some guy actually came and helped us, and he happened to be going up the road. I'm like, dude, yeah, you're not getting any much further up there. So he didn't have what he needed, so I jumped in the car with him. We drove like 45 minutes to his house, grabbed a bunch of like rescue tools and stuff, and came back out there. And so I'm going to be talk to him about tea and stuff. So I'm going to be sending him a Going Fu to Go and some tea and stuff in the mail to kind of thanks for spending so much time trying to get our vehicle out. He did a really good job though. It was awesome. Yeah, the snow had just gotten slushy enough. Came around a corner into the sun. The sun had been like melting it, and we just kind of like dropped straight down and bottomed out the bottom of his thing. The wheels couldn't touch. Tried digging it out, trying to do everything. It just didn't work. None of it worked. Horrible. Horrible day. We didn't even get to go snowshoeing. That was the whole thing. It's like, hey, let's go up to the mountains and go snowshoeing. Just spent the whole day with shovels digging snow, trying to push his car out. So bad. But so yeah, that was my Saturday. Has anybody else been enjoying the winter weather? It's getting nice in the Pacific Northwest. Pacific Northwest does this thing where you get like a fake spring for like a week, 2 weeks maybe, and you're like, oh yeah, look at that, like spring's here, this is amazing, and everyone starts like getting ready for like spring stuff, and then winter's like, ha, I'm back, and then it'll be like really cold for like a long time, and then spring will actually come, and then like June for whatever reason will just be absolutely like frigid again. Pacific Northwest is kind of hilarious like that. So Life of Joey did some springtime snowboarding yesterday. Weather was amazing. That's awesome. Where did you go? Where do you snowboard? Ooh, Lucy went to Schweitzer. That's nice. I've not been out there. I actually haven't skied in too many places. I basically just Snoqualmie is what I love. I really like Snoqualmie, Stevens. Once at Whistler, I think. That one other pass in south of Highway 9, whatever that other pass is. 410. 410 goes up to that ski slope. What is that ski slope up there? I've been to that one. Yeah. Hey, pu-erh, what's going on? And then a Big Bear in California once, which was awesome. But yeah, that's it. Those are the only ski places I've been to, and I've been meaning to get the kids out. We just need to like pick a day and get out there. China Peak in Central California. That sounds like fun. I was growing up like skiing and snowboarding in the Pacific Northwest. I mean, the conditions here are really never that great, and it was very, 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 very tough for me to like learn how to snowboard here. And I thought I just sucked. I was just like, well, I guess I'm just not good at snowboarding. And then I went down and took my snowboard down, hung out with some friends in LA, and we went to Big Bear. And it was just gorgeous. I mean, it was like a 70-degree day. Like the snow was like perfectly groomed, and I was just a monster. Like like everything that I wanted to do, I did. I hit everything. I'm just like, hey, I'm actually not bad. I'm not bad at snowboarding. It's just like the conditions in the Northwest just aren't that great. And so I took that knowledge and went back to the Northwest and had like tons of fun. I was like, hey, I'm actually not bad at snowboarding. I know what I'm doing. But then they all came up from LA, and I took them like to Alpental. And if you guys don't know Alpental, like I took them up to the very top of Alpental. Alpental is like, it's like that. It's just like you take the lift like up. It's like 3 lifts to go, and that last lift, they're like no easy way down. I'm like took them all the way up. Like, yeah, you guys will be fine. Like you guys are great. Like one run down, they're like done. They're like done. Like I gotta go. I'm done. Gotta go home. Thought that was funny. No, if you're not ready for Alpental, it's gorgeous, but it'll kick your ass. But it's fun. I love Alpental. Probably won't take the kids there the first time. Probably take the kids up to Stevens Pass will be kind of fun. Put the kids in some little skis. Let them bunny slope around. They'll have a ton of fun. Just gotta figure out a morning to do it. It's just so busy, especially now that COVID stuff's kind of ending. Everybody wants to get out. It's like licking the sun. It's good stuff. pu-erh, what are you drinking? You still there? Just log on, say hi. I'm starting to feel the energy from this tea. This tea's starting to build a little bit. I don't even know what day it is. What is it? Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? What is today? It's Monday. Kids have art class. Gonna take the kids to art class tonight. They've been doing some little drawing and painting at like a little local art studio. It's kind of fun. Gary, my youngest, only likes to paint if he can use blue and green. Like, that's it. Just like no other colors. If the teacher brings out a bunch of other colors, he's just like, he just stops working. I was just like, just give him blue and green. Let him. So he just like everything he paints is blue and green, and I love it. It's awesome. He's like brought home this like blue and green like owl painting the other day. I was like, dude, that's pretty cool. I like it. So maybe someday, if I get my kids like really good at art, they can start doing some of the tea wrappers for us, which would be a lot of fun. The artist I've been hanging out with, Carl Faulkner. Carl did the art for Dark Depths, which is just incredible. He moved back to the Pacific Northwest, and he lives like 5 miles east of me, which is awesome. Lucky Cat Tea Shop, welcome. So he and I have been hanging out, thinking about working with him on another design if we can afford it. He does some really cool stuff. And I got a handful of other artists I need to talk about. Need to reach out to. Just trying to figure out what we want to do blend wise this year. Probably going to start releasing Maucha early. Maybe within like a couple weeks, having like some like fresh picked early young shung like Maucha sold loose like on the site like ready to go. Like, you know, you got that spring, you want that spring tea, you want that spring tea fix. You know, there's no better way to do it than some Maucha, and then we'll take from that Maucha and we'll pick and press that into special cakes, and then work after that into creating our custom blends and kind of like paste the teas out. Got a good line on some really nice handful of different show materials that I'm going to work on blending some stuff together. I've got that one Imperial grade show, which is going to be really awesome, and it's already got some age on it. It's 2015 Boulong area. I really like Boulong. Boulong for show pour. It's got enough kick to it. If you guys remember, if you've been around long enough, I don't know who's been around long enough to remember the 2008 Boulong Imperial grade that we sold like 2012 to 2014. Like, that was like our first like real show, right? We bought like just like boxes and boxes and boxes. Somebody had like a bunch of Imperial grade stuff. They'd taken it, they pressed it into 250 gram bricks. The Neife was just a ribbon, a yellow ribbon. They just pressed in a yellow ribbon into the Neife, and the bricks were just loose, just big loose bricks. So we took that, and every single one of those was hand stamped by us. Paper was hand cut. Just before we had access to print shops and things like that, and so we did everything by hand. Like, every single one of those wrappers, like, I stamped like by hand, and it was like 4 different stamps, like a stamp on the back, 3 stamps on the front, and it's just like, man, it just took forever. But you know, it was nice, and it worked out really well, and those cakes are pretty great. If anybody still has any of those bricks, I'd love to see it. Take a picture of them, post them to Instagram. Yeah, pu'er taste. If the kids, even if the kids aren't good, it would be really cool to have a kid design tea wrapper. You could age a cake for them and give it to them when they are older. Yeah, I've thought about some stuff like that. And so if it would be kind of fun to do that. The Gemma cake and the Gary cake or something like that, or just let them both collaborate. This is what I'll do. I'll let them both collaborate on an art design together, and I'll just call the tea college fund, and then like all the proceeds from that cake just get right into the kids college fund. That's what I'll that would be the way to do it. Actually, I should probably do that. I should probably get started. The college fund cake. Oh, see, okay, all right. So, oh yeah, no. If I did this, all right, right. Okay, so if I had a blend called College Fund every year, right, and we released it every year, smaller production to make it like a little exclusive, right? Call it College Fund. Every single year, Gary and Gemma do new art for it, and so you'll actually be able to see their art develop over time. That could be pretty cool. I think that could be pretty cool. I think I will run that idea by Ramo. Maybe we could get that started this year. College Fund by Crimson Lotus Tea. I think That would be pretty cool. Every year, new art. Yep, you get to watch how they do. See, look at that. That's how we do it. We collaborate new designs just like that. Bam. Where's my water? Oh, this tea's gonna be fun. I can't wait for. I hope you guys get a chance to pick it up. I think it's only like 40-ish bucks right now, Sunlicker, with the sale price, 42, 43, something like that. What's 12.566% off of 50, somewhere around there, $42, $43. How can you beat that? That's a pretty good deal for a tea like this. It's got pretty good art too. Maybe I'll make some Sunlicker T-shirts or something like that. Sunlicker hoodie. Yeah, I'm up for some new Crimson Lotus tea merch. Need some new clothes. Basically, that's how I've been clothing the kids. Just have the print shop run new clothes for the kids. A glow-in-the-dark wrapper with a UV wand to DIY. Yeah, if only like there were like non-toxic glow-in-the-dark things. Like I get a little like I even get like so stressed about like ink quality that like that's why we specifically started to like put like a second wrapper between like the wrapper that's been printed on in the other wrapper, just so that, you know, like there's no risk of like ink bleed into leaf and stuff like that. I mean, there's not really. I mean, it's printed on the other side and stuff like that. But I was just like, yeah, if it was a glow-in-the-dark wrapper, I think I'd be kind of stressed. You could do it. Nuclear wrapper. Actually, we probably shouldn't talk about nuclear stuff right now. It's too relevant. Wrappers, like cakes that glow in the dark. Sprinkle in some tritium powder. Actually, how cool would it be though if you actually had like if you could pour a tea and it just like the whole thing would look awesome. Would not be very safe. Guys, I'm probably gonna do one last steep on this one and then probably call it good. It's getting about kids' dinner time and they get a little hungry. Anybody have any tea questions? Any pu'er questions? Any storage questions? I don't know, whatever you guys want. I don't have all the answers, but I'll at least talk about it. No, this tea's good. It's actually a little bit. I think the energy is a little bit more mellow than Altered State. Altered State can get a little manic. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some. There's a handful of interesting teas that we had last year that we didn't have the chance to actually purchase, and so we've pre-messaged those farmers to try to get some of their stuff. There was a Linsong tea, and there's one from Bongwei that I'm really trying to get, a Bongwei single tree that we had at the farmer. Don Chaco, missed your tea tasting notes. How'd the tea progress? It's nice. It's definitely in the floral fruity sphere. It's got a lot of body. It's got really good like pucker. It feels very fresh, really fresh in the mouth. It's very nice. And it's definitely mellowed and deepened. The energy's it's kind of chill right now. I feel good. Lucky Cat Tea Shop husband wants to know if your kids also have glorious beards. They will soon. Gemma probably not, but Gary's gonna rock it. It's just in my blood. I don't know. We'll see what the Tibetan / Euro DNA mix comes up with. So hopefully the Scandinavian beard genes come through for my boy. We'll see. Oh, I don't know. It takes a while to get that beard growing right. Just doesn't. Takes a lot of practice. Life of Joey 917, doing research paper on Gong Fu Tea for your college course. Can you DM me some questions later? Yeah, sure. DM or email crimsonlotustea at gmail.com. I'll answer them. As I can, for sure. Not a problem. Yeah, I chat with people. All the time, and if yeah, you're also welcome to jump into any of the discords. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. If you got any questions, just just let me know. So what do you guys got planned for this week? Anything exciting? I'm trying to think. We got anything going on? Well, it's St. Patrick's Day, right? This next weekend, right? I think we're gonna. That's always a fun little fun festival for our family. We've got a little bit of Irish ancestry, and so my one brother always just kind of goes overboard for St. Patrick's Day. He always cooks up a bunch of stuff. So I think we're gonna go over to his house and have some fun. One of the nice things, or one of the interesting things about like a tea like this, the fact that it has stayed as matcha for as long as it has this matcha ages really quick because it has more surface area as opposed to like a compressed cake. Matcha ages pretty quick, and so even in the 1 year since most of this material was picked and processed, it has like really quickly developed age to it. So I think this is I think this tea will actually surprise people. I think it has more of an aged perspective. Lucky Cat Tea Shop is going to try all the oolongs you probably put off. Probably, maybe not. Yeah, just film a time-lapse video of yourself just like plowing through like one after the other. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Oh, Don Chaco's planning out a most ambitious tea lid repair using purple quartz. Oh, that's actually super awesome. So you do kind of like the kintsugi approach. You kind of got like the epoxy that you the stronger epoxy that you use to lock it together, and then afterwards you put in a glue onto the top, and then put the like crushed purple quartz into that. Is that the rough approach? Flashy's making a wallet and going to your brother's bachelor party. That's pretty cool. What are you making a wallet out of leather, or that's pretty cool. Do you work? Do you make a lot of stuff? I like making stuff. I can't stop. I'm always making things. It's fun now that I got kids because I get to like try to like make toys and stuff for them. Oh yeah, Lucy, that's great. Lucy doing the setting up a black gold flight, the matcha, the cake, and the rum barrel. Like I think you and I are probably maybe like the only ones that actually have the ability to actually do all that. Got it loose, got a cake, and got it as rum barrel. Actually, you know what? I think we sold all of it. I don't even think I saved any of the black gold rum barrel for myself. Yeah. Look at me, philanthropist. Doesn't mean anything. Sorry. Yeah, no, that'll be really good to be able to see that progression to go through there. Pretty cool. Yeah, Don Choco, it's rougher. The cake is the quartz. So you got like a lid. Is it a teapot lid or a gaiwan lid? Actually, that could be kind of cool. If it's got like a nice roughness to it. I really like as much as I like the look of kintsugi. I think like the best repairs are like on like dark teaware that has like that it's been done with like a crushed turquoise, just the way like that turquoise like blue just kind of shines. Flashy, yeah, you're making the wallet out of leather. Yeah, post a pic in chat later. I'd love to see it. I always like to see what people are making. I'm always in the shop like working on machining stuff, making stuff, and yeah, it's kind of cool to see what other people do. All right, guys, it's been an hour, and I've got to go feed the kids. And this has been great, though. I'm really appreciate the time, everybody that came together and joined us for a little bit of tea. It is Pi Day. We still have Funkmaster Nick. I don't have my own Discord, but I'm on a bunch of the other tea Discords. Discord.gg/tea. I'm on all the different Discords. Like there's a bunch of them out there right now. So yeah, I'm not too hard to get a hold of. I'm Crimson Lotus fan 76. It's my name, my Instagram. Anyways, thank you so much for everybody for joining. Don't forget, we've got the this is your we got nice Pi Day sale going on, decent discount, and basically all the money that we make from this sale goes like directly into being able to purchase new spring teas, which is great. So if you want us to be able to get access to really awesome material this spring, yeah, buy some stuff on the sale today, and that'll really help out us with our purchasing power. Yeah, pu'er taste. College Funk is gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun too. I think we'll definitely make that happen today. Huang Pan and coffee. Late to the party. I'm sorry, man. I gotta go. We gotta go. So, but it's hey, better late than never. We're drinking Sunlicker. I think Instagram's gonna take this and put it and join. Check it out and watch it in the archived reels or something like that. I don't know how it does it. I think it's also stored on YouTube and stuff. So whatever way you guys want to do that, that'd be cool. Anyways, thank you so much. Love you guys and have a great day.